Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, hopefully elect. All right, and through the Spirit, I was inspired to do this after watching the Apostle Gabar's video. You know, he did the video entitled "When Esau's Bureaucracies Fail You, Women Will Suffer the Most." All right, and again, just through the Spirit, that's why I titled this the way that I titled it, because everyone had their time to play. Everyone had their time to rule. All right. Now, Lord willing, we're at that number. It's time for it's time for the real men to rule, men. It's time for the kings to rule. It's time for the king's domicile, because being up under this where we are caged lions, where we're caged lions, and being in this unnatural habitat. All right. Hey man, it's time for the kings to be set back up in rulership, man. And really show the world, starting with Yahweh Shai first and foremost, how it's done, how it's supposed to be done. All right. Because one of the points that the Apostle Gabar made, one of the points that he made, and it's just crazy, because as I always say, with a woman, you can give her the world, Mars, Pluto, and then some, and it's still not going to be enough. She's still not going to be happy, because going back to the point that Apostle Gabar made, he said how, and it makes sense, that again, the fact that we're in this mother worship setup, all right, everything's geared toward the women worship in this society. Everything is set up for these women, and they're still not happy. They're still not happy, and everything's geared towards them. You see, everything's geared towards them. So, it's like, what more do you want? But again, that's why get a few precepts, man. Because again, everyone had their time to rule. All right, everyone had their time to play, have fun. All right, and we had to sit back and endure this shit. And because speaking of, going back to the Apostle Gabar, the title of his video, the bureaucracies, which when you go into that word, when you go into the word, because basically it's when you break the word down, when you go into the word, and when you break the word down, basically it's just a burden. It's a burden, because the Apostle Gabar, he was explaining how it was something along the lines of this program that he was trying to that he basically applied for, but he didn't get it because, and he was saying it in his video, because ultimately what it comes down to is the fact that he's a man. All right. And again, this woman, Salakia, this society is geared towards women. It is geared towards women. So oftentimes when, Israelite men in general try to get some type of relief or help or whatever the case may be, oftentimes, you get rejected because, again, this society is geared towards these women, and it's a burdensome. All right, it's a burden for the man, because to be up under a rulership of a woman, man, because that's the spirit that Esau comes in. Again, he's the one that pushes all this feminine energy, just this woman worship energy vibration. All right, because he himself is effeminate. All right, I'm gonna get two quick ones, but before I get that, I'm gonna get this. Isaiah chapter 3. Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. All right. I mean, you can hit this from different angles because, for one, who runs these households? For the most part, the children do, because the fact that these women, again, the man, he's not in charge whatsoever. All right. You know, uh, uh, um, unfortunately, we're not in the ancient world, so everything's upside down, and that's what I wanted to get. I'm gonna get that real quick. Get these two quick precepts, and then I'm gonna come back to this. Get two quick ones. And bear with me, because everything is backwards in this society. Everything is upside down. That's Psalm 82. As soon as this thing loads up. So Psalm 82. Psalm 82 and verse. I mean, the whole chapter is pretty good, but just to get to the point, Psalm 82 and verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. All right, so there it is. All right, everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. All right, and that's why, get this other quick one, Isaiah 24 and verse 1, because this is what Yahushua is coming to do. And unfortunately for the world, all right, Isaiah 24 and 1, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty and maketh it waste. He turneth it upside down and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. So that's why I said, unfortunately for this world, because again, these people, they had their time to play. All right, they had their time to rule, and at the end of the day, Yahushua, he's coming to really make things right. All right, flip things right side up, because everything is already upside down. All right. Again, as I read, the foundations of the earth are everything's out of course, everything is out of whack. And Yahushua, he's coming to make things right, set things right side up. And this is what we're waiting for. We can't wait, man, because listen, again, I'm gonna go back to it, Isaiah chapter 3, because being a man, and especially an Israelite man in this society, for the jakes that are that deal with households and have families and whatnot, you try to lay the law down, and it's just, it's vexing, it's oppressive, because for one, again, you're not in charge of your own household. You can't get it together in your own household. It's oppressive, it's vexing. But not only that, the woman, again, with all the privileges, because I always got to reiterate, rights come from the Most High. Man can only give you privileges, all right? And all these privileges that Esau has given these women, all right, because that's who's really running the household, and of course she's subjected to her emotions, how she feels, you see, man, and her not laying down any type of order, all right, any type of law or justice. That's why these households been there in shambles. That it's whatever. is there is no order in these households. All right. There's no type of structure, you know, because hey, again, a woman, again, she's subjected to her feelings, how she feels. All right. And being that she doesn't know how to lead, you know, and quite frankly, that's not even her part. She's not made to lead. So what does she do? She says, F the man, right? You know, and she lets the kids run the house, man. She lets the kids run the house, you know, because again, women by nature, it's just they need, you know, they need some type of, they need someone to follow, all right. And again, the fact that the society has taught, Esau has taught the society to say to hell with the man, all right. So that's what comes across Eve's thought, the hell with the man, right, the husband, but I still need someone to you know, follow. Well, hey, you know, go ahead and let the kids do whatever, you know. I'm gonna follow the kids. The hell with the man. I'm gonna follow the kids. I'm gonna let them, you know, whatever they say goes. And that's the problem. I can see why a lot of relationships don't last long, because, you know, especially if a man does try to do right by a woman that has seed by other men, you know, oftentimes a lot of those relationships, man, they just don't work out because, you know, hey, at the end of the day, she gonna pick you over, or she gonna pick them kids over you, man. And you're talking to your brothers, man. At the end of the day, she gonna pick them kids over you any day. You know, so I mean, at the end of the day, for a man, and especially an Israelite man, it's a lose-lose, man, no matter what. And that's why, hey, we just need the king's domicile, man. We need the kingdom established on earth. We just need the kingdom. It's a lose-lose, you know, and specifically for the Israelite man, because hey, you know, this whole thing with Esau, all right, you know, again, this is his domicile, this is his kingdom, or queendom, all right. So this is why, for the most part, you see a lot of these Edomites, man, all right, because this is what Jake is trying to get. But again, this is not our natural habitat. This is why it never works out for us, because this is not for us. But Esau, listen, he's going to get the white picket fence. He's going to be able to retire and send his kids off to college, maybe get a few dogs and cats or whatever, stay married 30, 40 years. Esau, he could do that because this is his natural habitat. All right. But for Jake, trying to chase this false dream, man, it's not going to work, because this is not our habitat. This is an unnatural habitat. And that's why, again, we're caged lions. You know, we try to do the right thing, but this ain't it. All right. That's why, hey, we need the kingdom established on. We need the kingdom. All right. The kings need to rule. All right. But going back to Isaiah 3:12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. All right. So as I use examples, all right. But even more so, Esau, he has a very childlike mindset. All right. And again, he's the one that's pushing this feminine vibration, this feminine energy. All right. You see, it says, reading on, it says, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path. So you see, and what does the scripture say? Seek out the old paths. You know, back in the ancient world, when things were in order. All right. But again, we're in this society, the foundations are all out of course. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. You know, but that's okay, because our time is coming. All right. Our time is coming. All right. And when the kings get set back up in power 8, you know, all this shit is going to be a thing of the past, man. All right. Once the kings get set back up in power, starting with Yahushua, you know, and hell, even the nations after a period of time, man, they're going to come to realize, like, man, this was a wise and understanding people. This is why, listen, we know the devil's supposed to be the devil. All right. So Esau, being the devil that he is, that he was created for, that he's supposed to be, doesn't surprise us. All right. But these nations, boy, these nations in the kingdom, man, they're going to be beating Esau's ass. Eve is going to be whooping Esau's ass because everyone fell for the everyone drunk that juice, man. Everyone drunk that juice, Esau's juice, that wine, man. And look at the earth. Again, like the Apostle Gabar said, he made the beautiful point, man. These women, they have it all. Everything is geared towards them, and they're still not happy. So it's like, I mean, well, and that's why I like the scriptures talk about call for the cunning woman, all right? Because there's some women out there, wherever they are, wherever they are, all right? But, you got to be fair with it, because they're out there, all right? But to call for the cunning woman, all right? There are some women out there that they see why we are in this situation, why the earth is jacked up, because the kings aren't set up, man. The Israelite man is not set up, man. He's not in power. Some women are out there. The Lord has it to where they understand that, they see, and it's just, man, it's time for the kings to rule and show the world how it's done and how it's supposed to be done. So in Revelation chapter 22, I'm gonna read verse 3. And there shall be no more curse. So you see, man, Esau, his philosophies, the earth is in desperate need of new management. All right, the earth is crying out. The nations are crying out. Esau is getting tired of his own self. It's bad when your own people are crying out against you, man. All right, something needs to change, man. The world is in need of a new CEO, so to say. Things got to change. It says, but the throne of God and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. And you see through that the arm of the Heavenly Father, man, the right hand of the Heavenly Father, the law, justice. The earth is going to be ran in equity. All right. In righteousness is going to be established, man. Clearly this is what the earth needs, right? Bear with me real quick. Had a precept in mind, but it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't quite. I can't quite grip it. So bear with me real quick, because I got another one in Revelation. Bear with me. Because like I just mentioned, as I just read in Revelation 22, I'm going to read it again. As soon as this thing loads up. Revelation 22 and verse 3 again. And there shall be no more curse. All right, so because that's what we're seeking for, liberation, You got to remember, man, hey, we're kings in exile. All right. Because listen, by nature, we have a royalty about us, you know, by nature, and especially with those men, there's a ruling class mentality naturally that comes with being an Israelite man, especially an elect Israelite man, you know. So that's why, like I said, man, it's just that feeling of just being a caged lion, man, you know, like a caged lion, because we are, you know, in this unfamiliar, unnatural habitat. All right. Like the scripture says, one of my favorite scriptures, man, that we are more than conquerors. Right. But we're stuck in this, we're in this box where we're limited, you know. You see, man. But in Revelation 22:3 again, and there shall be no more curse, but the throne of God and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. So, like I was saying, and yeah, that brought it back to me, because as I was saying, hey, through the right arm, the right hand of Yahweh, of the Heavenly Father, righteousness is going to be established. The world is going to be ran in equity, justice. All right, you know. So I'm gonna read this in Isaiah 54:14. Yeah, Isaiah 54 in verse 14. And in righteousness shall thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression. So you see, man, hey, once we get freed, once we get liberation, because again, we're oppressed, you know. All this is oppression. It's vexation of spirit, man. There's a lot of things that come with being an Israelite naturally. It's just like, that shit ain't right. You know, even before a lot of us woke up to the truth, we just knew in our spirit there was a lot of things that ain't right, like eating raw meat. That's, for a lot of us, that shit it just wasn't right, you know. There's just a lot, it's just, you know. Now, of course, when we wake up to this truth, everything makes sense. But like I said, there's a lot of things that come about us naturally. You know, there's just certain things that's just natural. And hey, that kingship mindset, you know, royalty, all right, you know, that's just natural for our people, man. You know, seeing and that's the spirit, because that's a whole dude, man. And you would think that's a female. You see, seeing stuff like that, it, you know, naturally you want to, you know, I'm gonna keep it PG for YouTube algorithm's sake, but naturally you want to do something. Naturally you want to put hands on something like that, man. Put them down, you know. But we got to, again, caged lions. It's like we're on these chains and we just, you know, like, and like the video I did the other day, man, hey, power was coming back to the Israelite man. So, hey, you people better stay the hell out of our way, man, because, hey, power was coming back. All right. The kings are being set up. And again, from there, starting with Yahweh Shai, first and foremost, righteousness is going to be established. Again, in Isaiah 54:14, in righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. You see, because, hey, once the kings get set back up, man, hey, you know, no more oppression, no more, you know, again, being in this unnatural habitat, you know, it's just, I'm going to get another one real quick in Isaiah 4. Isaiah 4 and verse 5. It says, and the Lord will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For upon all the glory shall be a defense. And there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat, and for a place of refuge, and for a covert from storm and from rain. So you see, man, once the kings get set back in public, we ain't gonna have nothing to worry about. Ain't gonna be no more war. Ain't gonna be no more war. Ain't gonna be no more wandering. Because I remember when I was growing up, we could play outside. We didn't have to worry about, for the most part, those white vans coming around the block, children getting kidnapped. You never hear from them again. For the most part, growing up, we didn't have to worry about that. But now you can't listen. You can't send your child off. You can't send your child off without worrying, man. And that's why it's important, man. Hey, pray. Pray for yourselves, for your households. Hey, because it's crucial out here, man. It's cutthroat out here. Judgment going out every day, man, and it's tough. It's evil times, bad times. But the time is coming. Hey, when the kings get set back up, man, and it's our time to rule. Hey, we ain't gonna have nothing to worry about, man. Hey, we're gonna be decked out, chariots hovering over our palaces, man. We ain't gonna have nothing to worry about. Send your child off. You might not see him for so-called 6 months, whatever. Send him off for a few seasons, discover some new planets or something, man. It ain't gonna be a worry or carefree. You see, that's why, hey, the scriptures talk about this is for the well-being of the world, man. It's not gonna be just Israelites benefiting in our kingdom. This is gonna be for the well-being of the world. Everyone's gonna benefit. All right, even the nations, even though they're gonna be getting their ass kicked. But again, eventually it's gonna get to a point where it's just like, damn, this is where it's at. Yeah, this is where it's at. All right. The king's domicile, man. The king's rulership, man. The kingdom, the king's dominion, man. That's why I'm gonna go to Revelation 21:10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, that government. All right, where again righteousness is going to be established, and this is going to benefit the world. The earth is going to be able to yield her fruit again. Because like I read in Revelation 22, hey, the Lord's going to remove this curse. All right, because the earth is sick. She's plagued. The earth is plagued. He has a cancer. And that's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to uproot this cancer. He's going to take this cancer out by the roots. And once you take something out by the roots, it don't grow back. It don't grow back. So once this cancer is removed from the earth is going to be able to yield her fruit again. We're going to be able to breathe real air. Imagine that, breathing real air, drinking real water. All right. Things that I meditate on all the time. We're going to be able to taste colors and see colors, new colors. Going to be all type of far-fetched things, man. Reading on, and showed me that great city, the holy city, descending out of heaven from God. So you see, man. All right. Because when you jump up to verse 3, it says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men. So you see the king's domicile, the king's dominion, the kingdom, where everything's going to be ran in righteousness, equity, justice. All right. Because listen, Esau, he's going to get his ass kicked. All right. Everything that he did to us, we're going to do to them double. But make no mistake about it, it's going to be in righteousness, because we're not going to be buck breaking. Like I said earlier, with the white van, we're not going to be, kidnapping little children and rape. No, man, we're not going to be doing none of that. Everything's going to be ran, ruled, judged in righteousness. All right. And this is going to be for the well-being of the world, man. You see, that's the thing when it comes to the laws of Yahweh Shema Shah. It's productive. It leads to life. The laws, when you really get into the laws, man, it's not just something that the Lord just like, he wanted to be some mean jerk or whatever. No, man, the laws, it goes into all type of moral conduct, the land, from the land to, just all type of, it leads to life, and once those laws Starting with Yahushua first and foremost. The kings are set up. All right. They're set back up. Everything's going to be ruled righteously, man. And that's going to benefit everyone, not just Israelites, but everyone's going to benefit off of this. Right? Revelation 21:3 again. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men. So the kings are being set back up, man. The king's domicile, all right? The king's dominion. And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their power. Now I'm going to get another one. Revelation 12 and what is that, 10? Yeah, it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation. You see, because again, caged lions. We need deliverance. We need salvation. You know, and soon our liberation is coming. All right. Liberation is coming. You know, because again, walking around and just, you know, just look at this place, man. Look at this place. All right. Just look at this place, man. We got to dumb ourselves down for these people. No, man, the time's going to come where men are going to be men. Women are going to be women. Everything's going to be in order. Because that's essentially what Jacob's crying out for, man. Order. When is order going to be established? You know, because that's one thing about men, you know, just naturally, you know, for the most part, men don't like drama. You know, for the most part, you know, men, they're, you know, like things to be done a certain way, but just it just a lot of things that comes naturally, you know, and that's one thing with the man, you know, he just wants order. Again, you know, that's what I was mentioning earlier. A lot of these households, they don't function the way that they should because it's just a lot of disorder, a lot of chaos. All right. The woman thinking that she's running the household, the kids running the household. It's just complete disorder. Right. When the kings are set back up. All right. And it's our time to rule. It's because again, pursuant to the title, hey, these people, they had their time to play. They had their time. It's our time now. All right. Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach. So you see, that's the point, the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And as I read in Revelation 21 and 22, hey, the servants under him, you know, thought with those elect men, the king's domicile, man. Hey, the kings are going to be set back up and everything's going to be ruled, reign, and righteousness. There's going to be peace on the earth. All right. Order. You know, forever. All right. Forever, man. You know, and like I did the lesson earlier, yesterday, man, just a sign of grief from sign of grief to sign of relief. Like, man, finally, you know, this shit is over with. You know, and I mean, we're going to have our time, and our time has come, a Lord willing, by that number. These people, they had their time. You know, they had their time to play. But it's our time now. All right. It's our time, man. So I'm going to end it off there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Lord willing, to the next one.